We're getting ready for Ravens Buccaneers Monday night in Tampa, and that gives us an opportunity to catch up with one of our favorites. He is a former St. Francis Panther. He is an edge rusher for the Buccaneers. He's Chris Braswell, and he's back with us now here on GCR. Chris, it's Glenn in Baltimore. It's always great to catch up, man. Thank you for taking the time for us.
No problem, man. It's always good to be on the show.
Really appreciate you doing it. All right, so here's the question. Do you do like the full-on celebration and like keep all of the gear from the first half sack, or do you have to like wait till the first full one in order to like roll everything out?
Kind of a little both. I'm not really a big type of celebration guy, but I definitely will try to get my bags with celebrations.
I appreciate that. Do you wait? Do you have things planned moving forward? Like if it's Lamar, I feel like you almost legally have to do something big for
Yeah,
that.
I got some planned. I'm just gonna keep it on the hush.
I appreciate that. Like how
Yeah.
good? Like seriously though, how good does that feel? And I know there's a lot about last week's game, the nature of the you guys blowing them out, and obviously everything that you had to deal with the week leading up. But I'm sure that as someone drafted as highly as you are, someone as talented as you are, it wears on you. Like, yo, when's that first one gonna come? How good does that feel to sort of at least get like check that box to have at least the first half sack?
It definitely feels good. It's a different ball game, different league, so you got to strain more to get those, and just got to take advantage of your opportunities. A lot more will come, so I just got to stay patient and keep working my craft and my game.
I was diving into the numbers from the game, and it wasn't just obviously the sack, but like the pressures and your win rate was outstanding. Have you felt a game like that coming on? Like, just again, the adjustment to the league, the adjustment to the level you're playing. Did you feel confident in like the couple of weeks leading up that like your breakout was happening?
Yes, I definitely felt confident. Was in the lab working on different types of moves and just working on some small things that I wanted to get better at. And the goal was just to try to progress each and every week and get better.
Did you have at all like a welcome to the NFL moment in the first few weeks where like you were confident that something was working and it didn't? Did you go through anything like that
Uh,
where you were like, "Oh, right,
yeah,
that's go ahead."
yeah. I kind of had like welcome to the NFL moment. I didn't think that NFL games would be like that loud, but it definitely was a time where it was really loud, and
Wow.
I forgot what the play call was.
Oh no. Well, I mean, like you
Yeah,
played in a lot of really loud. You played in the SEC, dog. Like,
yeah. So it was that's why it was kind of shocking to me. I was like, oh, never mind. Like it actually is a lot louder than what people expected it to be.
wow, man, that's wild. But that's cool. It's cool that you were able to learn from that and move forward and have success and look at where we are. Chris, I remember chatting with you before the draft, and you acknowledged then that like it might be really awkward if it had been Pittsburgh because your dad had told you like I might have to do one of those split jerseys.
Yeah.
Now that it's the Ravens on Monday night, any split like are you worried about there being folks in your life that aren't fully on the Bucs side going into Monday night?
Yeah. I think some of my family members they want to see me obviously go out there to succeed, but probably a couple of them that still want the Ravens to win low key. So I wouldn't be shocked. As far as my dad, he said he with me all the way.
There you go.
So that's good.
So you got one.
But yeah, we got one. But I know it's definitely some cousins or whatever that definitely they want me to do good,
Yeah.
but they low key still want the Ravens to win for sure.
Right. They're like, bro, we hope that you have 4
Yeah,
sacks and Lamar throws for 500 yards. Like that's what
yeah,
we're
pretty much.
for. Chris Braswell is with us here on GCR. Chris, I referenced what was going on, down in Tampa. How much did you guys feel? I know that you all were safe and that you had gotten out of town, but knowing what was going on in the community and what everybody was feeling, how much did that push you guys? How much did you feel like you were playing for a group of people that were going through a lot, and how much more did that make that performance against the Saints feel good?
Yeah, it meant a lot for us. A lot of people was dealing with things back in Tampa while we were down prepping for New Orleans. and we just wanted to go out there and go get a dub for the city of Tampa, and just give them something to cheer for and be happy about. Despite some families might have lost some things and stuff, so we kind of just wanted to set the tone and set the example. Bucks versus the Saints is a rivalry, so we just wanted to go out there and get the dub for the city of Tampa.
No, I appreciate that, man. And I've actually got some Buccaneers fans in my life who were like, dude, it just felt we're doing a lot of cleaning right now. We're doing a lot
Right.
of, rebuilding. It was really nice to just spend 3 hours doing something else that was pleasant. And I could feel that entirely. The other thing about last week's game, of course, is there's like this whole Baltimore thing happening down in Tampa, right? I don't know. Did you know Sean Tucker at all before you got down there? And how
Yeah.
cool was that for you to see what he was able to do in a massive breakout moment?
Yeah, I definitely I know who Sean Tucker was. I played against him in high school when at St. Francis when we were in the MIA, but we got kicked out. But I played against him before. I mean, he was pretty much doing the same thing in high school, so I knew he was going to be special. But now we definitely knew each other, and also Rakim Jarrett
Yeah, of
that's on
course,
here as
former
well.
Terp. Yeah.
I knew him as well from high school.
So, like, have you been able to reconnecting with those guys? You had like built-in relationships that you were able to build off of once you got down there.
Yeah, so we was able to, communicate, talk, and sometimes, here and there we would reminisce about things
That's
that
cool,
happened in
man.
high school, whether we played each other scrimmage or, whatnot.
That's really, really cool, man. This team is good, obviously. Like, you knew that coming in because there was a foundation, but what is it about that group on the whole? Like, I know Baker's a guy with a lot of swagger. What is it about that group as a whole that has allowed you guys to get off to this outstanding start to the season?
I would just say is Coach Bowles. I mean, he has a standard, and we just try to play through the standard. Everybody on the team try to play to that standard, and he's hard on us. He demands the best out of everybody, and he's a great coach, and he kind of keeps everything running.
I guess the defensive side of the ball, I'm assuming that you guys would say, hey, we still think that we have room to improve moving
Hmm.
forward. And I think a lot of teams the Ravens are feeling a little bit of that even right now. What is it like preparing to face Lamar Jackson? Like, how do you possibly get ready? I know you've watched a lot of them over the years, but like, how do you possibly prepare for what's the daunting aspect of trying to run around and chase down Lamar Jackson on Monday night?
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be tough playing against Lamar. Everybody they have to play. We all have to play sound football and just be smart with our eyes. We can't be looking at eye candy. We just have to lock in, read our keys, and just play normal ball and let things play out. But we just can't look at the eye candy that they might give us on certain plays.
Sure, sure. I know exactly what you're talking about, and it's certainly been successful for the Ravens on the whole. Did you? Can I ask, Chris? Did you ever like own a Ravens? I know you were a fan because we talked about it, but like, did you own
Yeah,
any Ravens jerseys growing up? I think you said you had a Suggs jersey, right?
yeah. I had a Suggs jersey. My dad has a whole bunch of jerseys,
Is
and
this
I mean, like the basement is decorated like Ravens stuff.
wow? I know it's not playing in Baltimore. I know that will be a different feeling whenever that occurs. But is there some because of that? Because you grew up with it, is there something about this that's like particularly cool for you on Monday?
Yeah, it's definitely cool, just watching this team, the Ravens, all my life growing up was one of the first teams I ever watched when it came to football. So it definitely mean a lot for me to go out there and, go against the team that I've been watching my whole life.
Man, I'd say it's a really cool thing, and again, you know how this goes. Like, we're rooting for you, right? Like, you understand that, but we're kind of like
Yeah,
your cousins. You know what I mean?
yeah, I know.
Like,
I know.
it's just what it is, bro. Like, we want you to have immense amounts of success. Just have things go the other way.
Yeah,
Um,
it's all good.
but before I let you go, because I think I told you beforehand, I'm getting ready. I'm going to do the IMG game here in a couple of weeks for St. Francis. What they're doing this year, having to literally spend like the entire season on the road. How much have you been in touch with them? And can you? Because I know you guys went through this post MIAA. Like, can you speak to the difficulties of a team having to go through this situation where you having to play like basically every game on the road this year?
Yeah, it's definitely difficult. I still keep in touch with those guys. My nephew, He goes to St. Francis. He
Yeah.
plays running back and linebacker. So I definitely know that is really hard because I had to do the same thing when I was in high school. But at the same time as well, like it kind of prepares you for college and then the
Mm.
NFL. Like you're gonna be traveling a lot, so it's definitely good for those guys to get out there and experience the travel and how to how to conduct business on the road.
That's an interesting thing that like you felt some of that it was beneficial for you as you moved on in your football career.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's powerful, man. That is powerful. All right, he is Chris Braswell, and you can follow him. Chris, remind everybody on Instagram. I know it's at cbj.10, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then what about on Twitter?
Definitely.
Anywhere else?
Nah, no Twitter.
No Twitter. Good for you, dude. I'm so jealous. I got to get in that world, man. I got to get off there. It is a
Yeah.
cesspool, bro. Chris, so happy for you and the success that you are finding, man. Like we said, we can't lie and tell you that we're rooting for the Bucs on Monday night, but we will
I know.
eternally root for you and everything that you're doing. Thank you as always taking the time for us. I can't wait to see you out there on Monday night.
I appreciate that.